The year is 2032, and America no longer exists. Christianity is illegal. In fact, every religion is illegal except for one. Women are not allowed to speak in public, hold jobs, or even show their face in public without their husband's consent. Children are taught radical Islam in every public school. There's no president, no Congress, no Supreme Court. There's only the Muslim Brotherhood. For my entire life, I've been really into news and politics. I love just watching the way the world moves and just seeing how everything is kind of connected. But I've learned over the years that you can't just watch the news and receive what it says. You have to look into things and decide what truth is. So I noticed around 2010 and 2011, things just started to explode across the world. There were protests and violence all over the Middle East, and it just seemed crazy. And there was one common factor throughout all of the different protests that were going on, and that was the Muslim Brotherhood. I hope throughout this speech, I hope that you'll learn that the Muslim Brotherhood is a very powerful organization that's working through chaos to spread its radical agenda throughout the world. The project is a document that details the Muslim Brotherhood's mission for America and for the rest of the world. It was found 2 months after 9/11 in the Swiss home of Yusuf Nada, who is a terrorist financier and a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. Some quotes from the project are, quote, "The Muslim Brotherhood must understand that their work in America is a kind of jihad, eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within, so that it is defeated and Allah's religion is victorious over all others." The Muslim Brotherhood was founded in 1928 by a man named Hassan al-Banna. It was founded in Egypt and originally was just intended to influence political elections and different movements throughout the Middle East, but eventually erupted into a movement for the globalization of Islam. Some more recent events that have been influenced by the Muslim Brotherhood include the election of Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak, who used the Muslim Brotherhood to get elected but didn't really support them. And then after they realized that he did not support them, they protested to have him thrown out of office. And that was what the Arab Spring was all about. Some of the goals of the Muslim Brotherhood, as stated in the project, are, quote, "raise the banner of jihad over all the world." They call this the caliphate. They want to establish Sharia law over everybody with the Muslim Brotherhood as a single governing body over the world. Their second goal is to destroy the, quote, "Zionist state," end quote, and reclaim Palestine. The Muslim Brotherhood hates the nation of Israel. Al-Qaeda is actually a Muslim Brotherhood group. They came out of the Muslim Brotherhood. But the Muslim Brotherhood is smart and will not claim to be tied to Al-Qaeda in any way. They won't be open about it because they know if they reveal how radical they are, people will stop supporting them. Their third goal is to end Western civilization completely. They do this through infiltrating the government and starting riots. In the riots, they claim that they want peace and democracy, and they actually, in the Middle East throughout the 2010, 2011, they called it the Arab Spring. They actually chanted, "This is what democracy looked like," because they wanted people to think that it was the voice of the majority instead of the voice of the radical group that it is. Eventually, the riots became violent in the Middle East and people caught on. They blame all of the world's problems at these riots on America and the Jewish nation, which should sound familiar because that's exactly what Hitler said was the cause of the world's problems. So how far along are they was a big question that I had when I started looking into it. You know, it's clear that they have these goals, but how far are they to actually accomplishing them? Well, they have gained power throughout the Middle East through these protests. They have elected leaders in Egypt and Syria and all across the Middle East that are actually working for the Muslim Brotherhood's goals. And in America, they have CARE, which is the Council of American Islamic Relations. It's very close to the president, and many of the members are Muslim Brotherhood members. And actually, the president has appointed members of the Muslim Brotherhood to his own cabinet. In 2011, he appointed Mohammed El-Abiyari to the Department of Homeland Security, and that same year he appointed a foreign policy director, Dr. Vali Nasser, who is also a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. There was actually a claim by an Egyptian newspaper that President Obama himself is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood and that his brother is a member of Al-Qaeda, but these claims have been proven to be false. They were just claims because the Egyptian people were mad at some of the policy that the president was making towards them. So, as I said, the Muslim Brotherhood is obviously a very powerful organization, and it's working behind the scenes to change things way quicker than anybody ever expected. And, if you're like me, when you learn this, your first reaction is that you're just terrified, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know what to think. I would encourage you to call your congressman and ask them about it, and if you want more info, you can just search Muslim Brotherhood on the web and see what comes up. Another good news site to check out is theblaze.com. They have articles about this on there all the time. And then just watch the news whenever you get a chance, because you'll see how things are connected and you'll see what a big hand the Muslim Brotherhood plays in the world. I hope that you enjoyed my speech and that it made you think and consider different things. So, that's it.